Said, I'd like to kind of focus on the people side of the current challenges. We're in a new situation and there's new questions to be asked, such as how do we maintain team morale and motivation levels when people are working remotely? How do we discover what are the issues for those workers? How do they stay connected with each other as a team, with you as the team leader? How do we ensure productivity remains high? This has got to be the consequence of everything we do. And leaders, how do they work remotely and yet continue to develop their people? How do we balance all of that? Now, I've spent the last 30 years working in organizations face to face with people around lots of people issues. So what I've done is just, what can we do which is online that's going to work and help us achieve and answer those questions? And I've come up with three steps. Number one, listen to the needs of your people, and that resonates with what Marion has been talking about. Number two, empathize and problem solve on the needs. And the third is stay connected, getting the team to stay connected with each other. So I'd just like to briefly comment on each of those. If you don't listen to the needs of your people, what's going to happen? People are going to feel isolated, unsupported, and be non-productive. So I've created just a little diagnostic around needs, because all my experience tells me unless you give something a bit of a structure, it's not going to work. A blank page doesn't work. And again, Marion mentioned this, ask a simple question. I'm fine, no problem. Maybe we need to go a bit deeper. How's it going? What do you need from me? And some simple questions like that will help to flush out the needs. Then once the needs are on the table, really, really important, we empathize and problem solve on those needs. Yes? So how do we actually make the difference? What needs to happen? Some very simple coaching type questions to, again, focus on the individual. And this will flush out their real needs. And it will be a slow process. First time around, they may not feel free to be totally honest with you. And our job, of course, is to make it safe for them to be open and honest with you. And while we're flushing out their needs, that's really, really important to their motivation and productivity levels. But we must always remember the business need has priority over an individual's needs. And if you like, the mantra is meet the business needs without neglecting the needs of people. And the third bit is stay connected. So basically, I've created a few little activities, team activities, which can be done online and real simple. So for example, imagine we're a team this morning. We'd say take Richard as the focal person, and I'd say to Chris, what one thing about Richard that you're glad he does? What's his gift to the team? What do you appreciate about Richard? And then Chris says what he wants to say. And then it moves on to Marion saying what he wants, values in Richard, and so on and so forth. So some simple things like that, and keeping the team morale high, really, really important in these difficult, if you like, restricted times as well. But following some sort of a structure like those three steps, it will grow openness, trust, collaboration, and leadership. And if there's one thing we need in these challenging times, people deserve to be well led in these challenging times. And one last little point, not everybody, some people like isolation. They like working on their own. That's how they give of their best. So again, we need to cater for their needs as well as the people who need affiliation, have affiliation needs. Richard.